another episode of The Sit Down brought to you by J.A.M, Just African Music. I'm your girl, Gabby Mac. I got Sweets over here with me. You know, today, it's a vibe. Just don't worry about it. It's a vibe. Of course, we have another guest today on the show, and we're talking about the African music industry. You know, the highs, the lows, the obstacles, the challenges, everything that you face as a creative, and, you know, just trying to get up there and trying to get African music out there, you know, make it global. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, you guys feel the vibes. Let me stop talking. Let's jump into it.
Alright, so today we have this fine young gentleman sitting right here. He's Nigerian American. We have O EWOLA, okay? O EWOLA is a fast-rising, genre-defying Nigerian American artist who is driven by his passion for songwriting and deep influence of all genres of music, mainly Afrofusion, R&B, and hip-hop. So today we're going to get to know him more and get to know his journey to stardom.
Yes, welcome. O-E, right? So we can call you O-E, right?
O-E.
O-E.
I like how you said it.
It's nice.
Alright, welcome to The Sit Down. You know, just chit-chatting, getting to know you guys. So don't be nervous.
Feel sweet.
You know what I'm saying? Energy. Yes. Okay. So tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, give me a little bio, but tell us more.
Okay. So I started my musical journey about seriously, professionally, 2-3 years ago. But before that, I was writing poetry, and I was doing spoken word. But I would always find myself, you know, after, you know, writing a poem, find myself, you know, writing lyrics to a beat I found on YouTube, or just driven to just listen to music right after. So I kind of jumped into that lane during a performance that I had at my previous alma mater, York College in New York City. So we had a fest, and I had a 10-12 minute set. So doing spoken word, I'm like, I don't want to bore the crowd. I'm not going to be doing spoken word for 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm like, let me surprise them at the end. So I wrote a song, which is my first song, Make You Mine. And I just wrote the first verse and the hook. But in the end, when I performed it, people were shocked, like, who's this? I said, it's me. So they're like, nah, we need it right now. I procrastinated on it during the summer. But during November 2018, that's when I finished it. I released it as my first song.
You guys have to go listen to it.
It's
my favorite too. That one is my favorite. So okay. So tell us a little bit about your childhood growing up.
Oh, my childhood, you know, my job. So both my parents are from Nigeria. My mom, she's from 2 different tribes, and she's mainly a youll from ethnicity. My dad is Yoruba from the Blue State. So just having those 2 cultures, even though it's Nigeria as a whole, there's still cultures within the culture, within culture. Just having Yoruba influence and youll influence growing up, it was beautiful. At home, you know, it was beautiful. But growing up in America, growing up in New York City, it's like, at home, it's beautiful. When you go out, your African really scratch you, right there. So just kind of growing up, that's kind of like the 2 different realities that I had to face growing up. But it wasn't until I went to boarding school in Nigeria. I went to Cole, Nigeria, for a year and a half. I wanted to go. I didn't get sent home.
Were you bad? Yeah, that's what it said.
I was a hype boy, so anything that I saw was fun. So my sister and my cousins were at Cole, and when we went to go pick them up from school, I saw them running around, packing their stuff. I said, Mom, this is fun. I want to come here. She said, okay. So she sent me there. And it kind of changed my life in a sense because it allowed me to love my culture more and be more engulfed in it. Like I was actually in it. It was knowing that they didn't understand where I was from and who I was. It made me love me for me. So after I came back and going to school back in New York City, I was all for Nigerian. Yeah, there's not my parents are from here. I am from here.
Yeah.
So I was kind of the main advocate for that. Kind of just moving that forward.
Okay. So growing up, what did you want to be?
Growing up, I wanted to be a basketball player.
It makes sense.
has that height.
Yeah, I wanted to play sports. I just wanted athletics in general. I'm clearly not in that bad.
Did music change that?
The music, no, I don't think so. I think I actually want to get back into athletics.
Okay.
Eventually, it's really fun, just engaging athletically. But also growing up, I wanted to play sports. I wanted to be a firefighter. I wanted to be a lot of things.
I feel like everybody says that growing up.
I want to be a doctor. On top of that, my parents instead of like, okay, you have to be a doctor, you have to be, an engineer, something. But through, my experiences kind of shifted as I, experienced life. So.
How did that impact like your family? Understanding now, like, okay, I'm doing music and I'm not doing the lawyer, doctor, whatever. Do you think, like, right off the bat, they were supportive, or it's taking them time, or is it still taking them time?
I think it's something that they had to get used to. Because just generally growing up, like in high school, secondary school, I was kind of like, I didn't really care. I cared enough, to pass, to do good, but at the same time, I still wanted to do my own thing. So they kind of got accustomed to that early on. So when I went to college, I was kind of, finding my way. And when I started doing music, like, okay, like, it sounds good, it's good.
Yeah.
How about,
I was just waiting for that part, because they also need a fallback,
Yeah, so they're like, my mom's like, this is a hobby, this is this, you need schooling, you need something. Which I understand, having that balance, having that financial support from your 9 to 5, so much support. But it wasn't until like I had a listening party last month, about a month ago, and my parents came, my sister came, and my mom and dad, they were so excited.
That's my boy.
Yeah. So my mom, she even came on stage, she was dancing with me. She really enjoyed that. They were proud of me in that.
I think they don't see it till like when they're actually in it, and they get to experience it. That's when they're like, oh wow, my child's actually really doing this. But when you first tell them, it's like, you want to be a musician?
You want to make noise?
And I think it won't really hit them even on top of that until like money starts really coming in. But I think that's the main concern, like, is what you're doing gonna support you financially? Like, are you gonna be more responsible with it? So I think that's just generally as parents, like, can you sustain yourself outside of money? I feel like that was really their concern, which I again understand, and that is the goal, to make money. So that's their support as far as my musical journey goes.
So do you do music full time, or do you have like a 9 to 5?
I have a 9 to 5. I wouldn't really call it 9 to 5, but I work as a sub teacher at a middle school.
Oh, that's nice.
I would have never.
I wouldn't even guess that.
Shout out to all my children. I love them so much. Like, last year they found me. They found all their teachers on social media.
Oh God.
They found me. They found my Instagram, my TikTok, they found my Facebook, everything, and they found my music too. So they listened to it. Yeah, they did. They subscribed. Said, Mr. E, I'm going to subscribe. I'm like, good, keep streaming. But so like, I remember one day I came in and then the group of them started singing my song.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, that's love. That's really love. So they support me in that regard, which I do appreciate it, and it keeps me going. Like their generation is really what's gonna help me get to the next level as well. So I appreciate them.
That's deep. Like, that's some real support right
there.
That's really nice. Well, okay, so you said that you're a songwriter. I could tell, when I listen to your lyrics. So it's like, what really motivates you when you're writing? Is it like experiences, or is it just like something?
It is experiences. As babes, girls.
Shout out to babe.
Yeah, shout out to my youll, my Ghanaian babe.
Hey! You see the mix Ghana, Nigeria, you know what I'm saying? Best of both worlds.
She was born on Monday, so my name is Oh man, and it's crazy too, like I was born on Monday too.
Destiny.
I know destiny. And another thing, our birthdays are 3 days apart.
Wow. Don't separate it. Treat her well. My Ghana sister.
Yeah, but experiences motivate what I write. My just growing within self. I like to party, I like to have fun, I like to dance. So just pushing that energy into the music, I think that's another thing that inspires me in my lyrics. I think one thing, a goal for the next year is kind of to get more vulnerable in how I write and, you know, tell better stories through songs.
You know, that's really deep because I feel like, you know, as you're still young, you know, in the game, you know, to say that you want to get vulnerable so soon into it, it's different to hear that because most people like are saying I need to follow the trend, I need to get a hit song, and or I just need to make straight up commercial music till I get there. Then when I'm at that level, then I'm like, okay, I can start singing the songs I really want to sing. You're already doing that, and that's great because a lot of artists are not doing that from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely makes you stand out for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate that.
And the dance moves.
Thank you.
You saw this one. You've been doing that like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
But like she was saying, like we know that you're a songwriter because we were listening to your song and I'm like, wait, he has more than one word in the song, like his actual lyrics, it's a storytelling. Because you know, nowadays you just hear like, sorry, then, Sada, you know, but I'm like, oh, so he's actually talking more, it's longer. So I mean that's amazing. But like, who would you say inspires you?
Musically?
Yeah.
I have a lot of musical inspirations. Especially again growing up as a Nigerian, also growing up in America, I listen to a lot of music, whether you know R&B, 90s R&B, or early 2000s, where they actually tell stories and you feel it. Like the music.
Still the best music to play.
I never gotta hear you crying.
Like that one song that always still gets to me is Donnell Jones. Like, oh my God, I should have left my baby, girl. No, like that's what I'm saying. Like what you're saying, like they really were telling stories.
Yeah, and you feel it. I like feel like music you can feel, and also like with Afrobeats, you know, I listen to Fela, I listen to Sunny Ade, like those type of old school artists where like they storytell, you feel the music, and they also leave space for you to like listen to the songs, the instrumentals, and dance and stuff like that. That's really what inspires me musically. But right now, like currently, I say Burna Boy. Yeah, I say Burna Boy. Between Burna Boy and Wiz.
Yeah.
Because Burna Boy, because he can get on any song. He's good.
Yeah.
And if you see any artist featuring Burna Boy, you know it's a great song. Yeah. Same thing with Wiz. Like it's just a vibe.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, with that being said, I think we can jump into like the African music industry as a whole. How do you see? Because right now we can say like Nigerian music is really big. Like if you go outside and like you hear an African song playing like in a store or something, it most likely might be a Nigerian song. Before any. How does that make you feel? Like that you know you guys are pretty much on top right now.
It makes me feel good. It also makes me humble. It's kind of a reflection of Africa as a whole. You know, the standard that we have, just as African people, we want to be excellent. We want to stay true to ourselves. So it makes me feel good. It makes me feel confident. It also gives me hope, especially now.
Like your music can go far.
Yeah, especially now music can go far. But not even with that. Like even with South Africa, piano sound, you know, crossing over. Like it's actually becoming like it's picking speed up right now. So it's exciting to see different countries and different sounds from Africa, you know, being heard around the world. So it's inspiring. It keeps me going.
Okay. What artist would you like to make a feature with?
Anybody in the world.
Anybody. Try. Anybody, I'll say.
This question always gets it right. I just love it.
No, because again, you know, I have a lot of musical inspiration. So one of the first persons that come to mind is J.A.M.
Okay.
Definitely Burna. like, you know, the up and coming Afro artists as well, like Ray, Fireboy, Lil Redmond, and a couple of, I mean, I work with, you know, a couple of local artists from New York as well. Like, I got Poppy with Joe, Mr. Bello, guys out there. There are a lot more that I, you know, still love to work with, but, you know, just to name a few, those are up there.
I can see the Drake one. I can see
That
it.
really
I
looks
can see it. I can see it in your picture because I can see it. I can see it. And I can see y'all vibe really like, you know, going well. And Drake has definitely been, you know, infiltrating into the African music industry for sure. Like, so like I can see him definitely doing a song with you. Wow, that's
God's grace, man. Jizzy, if you're watching this, my emails and my Bible.
no, for sure. Now I feel like you know that's more possible to have. You see people that they'll get big on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And next thing you know, they're doing features with like very huge acts. So believe it too, it can happen for you.
But God's grace.
It can happen for you for sure. Okay, so I mean, like you said, you're still kind of you know getting into the game and stuff like that. But how do you like? What level do you see yourself at, and how far do you see yourself going?
Honestly, I see myself being a pioneer. Yeah, being a legend. I want to, you know, go down as one of the greatest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Think big.
Yeah, because it's possible.
It's very possible.
Yeah, it's possible. Like just studying some of the artists that are big now. We started from the same place. You know, whether they had years ahead of me, they had determination and they believed in themselves regardless of who didn't. So I think that's something that I kind of honed in on, like believing in myself. Even if no one could believe in me, I believe in me, and I have God. You know what I mean? So those two was like anything can happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to know what's your favorite song that you have created?
That's a good question. I think my favorite song that I've created that is out.
That's out.
That's out. Okay, because I have some unreleased stuff.
No, it can be unreleased or out, but you're gonna have to sing it for us. So
No, the unreleased one, you have to hear it. The beat is so dynamic. Yeah, I can't sing that one.
He's like, I feel like he's like one of those artists. Like when you listen to music, you just need to put your headphones in and listen. Like, don't even play it loud. You just need to really hear the sounds and listen to it.
Listen to it in your car.
Yeah.
So a release song.
Released, I'll say Wine and Pray.
Okay.
I don't think I don't want to just release. How about you?
We like wine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, wine.
I'm like, okay.
Okay, I got a random ass question. Okay, so you y'all blown, you've got some money. What's the first thing you're gonna buy?
Wow, how much money do I have?
You have money, like you have like
There's no
you are the 30 billion gang right now. What you buying?
Yeah. Personally, honestly, I think about this often because I'm like, okay, like I really try to not attach myself to money, even though like, okay, I want money. Yeah, I want money, so I want to buy nice things, but like at the end of the day, I really think like, okay, where does this come from? God gave it to me. So first thing, I'm definitely gonna pay my tithes.
Okay.
Nice.
After that, I'm gonna give back, you know, to my parents. Give them their monies for the gas, for the beat scenes, because you know, like I said, as a child, I was just doing whatever. I got a lot of beatings, but I'm just paying them back in that regard, and also just giving back to my community. You know, everything always comes full circle.
Yeah.
But the first thing, like material thing, I'll buy. Wow, I think I'll buy land. Yeah.
Great investment.
I think you're gonna say a chain, because I like your chain.
Yeah. You know, that's actually kind of what prompted my question. I was looking at the chain, I'm like, I see some fashion, you know, going on. I wonder
black owned, by the way.
Nice.
I think land. Yeah, I'm gonna invest.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are a true African. You said land. African. Most Africans would say that. They say land first.
Definitely, invest and figure out ways to like kind of create an ecosystem to give back.
So what's your next project? What project are you working on? Videos, music shows?
Alright, so actually today I have 2 shows.
He's booked and busy, honey.
Pretend, I have 2 shows in Brooklyn tonight. Finishing up a project that I've been working on, or the official EP. I released 3 single projects, but this one is like the official EP. Kind of ideating for the music video from one of the 3 singles, and that's pretty much where I'm at. Also with features, working on a few features.
We ready? We can.
So are you on a label or you're just doing a solo artist?
Yeah, independent. I think I want to stay independent.
You want to say?
Yeah.
I mean, I see a lot of people are doing that now, just kind of being independent with these labels. They be sucking you dry. But then at the end of the day, they also help you. They push you, they show you that exposure and everything. But I mean, we've heard so many stories from back in the day. A lot of R&B artists and groups and stuff
Not getting paid.
when dead broke because of being the label and stuff. So I mean, I can understand. I respect you wanting to be solo, but if it ever gets to that point, you think you join one if you feel like it's not.
He said no.
Hold it down.
Our partnership distribution because they have a bigger platform, they have more reach, so probably in that regard. But
somebody like Sony.
Yeah, Sony, partners, but I wouldn't sign.
Hold your ground.
You have to though, and I know other artists that have stayed indie, like Amaray. She has
She's
#1
killing
song
it.
in the world right now.
Yes,
Yeah, and she's
killing it.
independent.
Yeah.
And she's from Ghana.
And she's from Ghana.
Forgetting that.
She's not Amarachi's. Amaray.
Hold on, she's a Ghanaian woman.
Yes.
So that's even more prestigious that she's at this high level. So I think that's great, and she's setting the tone for other independent Afro artists, Afro pop artists to just do their thing. When your time will come, just put in the work.
Yeah.
Be dope, be yourself, stay true to yourself. And everything will come full circle.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
We're so happy that you're able to sit with us today.
Of course, thank
on
you
the
so
sit
much.
down. But before you go,
Yes.
can you give us a small freestyle? Small freestyle, you know what I'm saying? Give us something.
Small freestyle.
Uh-huh.
You put him on the spot.
It's talent. It's the talent is there. Just let it go.
Alright, so
It can't be busy your spoken word.
yeah, I'm even kind of brainstorming something. Alright. On one night job, screaming how far from Lagos to Abuja.
Yes.
You went from texting me, now you next to me, now you flexing. We told each other we'll be down for the limelight. Never waste time, chilling to the late night. Maybe settle down, maybe when the time's right. So sudden and we vibed and our bonds tight. I'm on Yoruba, I'm on Edo, I'm on Igbo, heard you over 3 though.
That's my line.
I love it. Wow.
That was nice. That was beautiful, actually.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Tell us your socials and so how people can find you. Spotify, Instagram, everything.
On everything, my socials, my Spotify, my iTunes, Apple Music is O EWOLA. So you can find me on everything with that.
I know she wants to say it. Dope. Thank you for coming through. It's the purpose of the show. We gotta push our people, push upcoming. Everybody. We want everybody to hear our music and hear the story behind getting to that, that level. Even starting off. People wants to hear there's a lot of people at home want to do music. They just don't know where to start from. Right. So it's great to hear these stories. We appreciate you for coming.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all energy. My Ghanaian queens.
Yes, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. Everything. We leave all his details below for you guys to check out his new music and everything. And we appreciate you guys for tuning in. And we'll see you guys on the next sit down.
Bye.
Later.